So you all are set today for an appeal. This is Mother's appeal from an associate judge's report from December 11th of 2025. You all will have 15 minutes per side. That will include any opening and closing statements should you choose to make one, as well as any examination. Attorney Brumman, at this time, would you like to make an opening statement?
I'll reserve maybe a close, Your Honor.
All right.
This is father's appeal.
We filed a counter, I believe Ms.
Yeah, we're
Garza
not
indicated.
pursuing our relief. We're going to stick with Associate Judge Lee's report.
Okay, let me pull up the okay, so it's going to be the counter appeal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. And I believe we told Judge Lee, if memory serves, but maybe I just didn't communicate it clearly.
Okay. So let me make sure. So it's the same associate judge's report, just the counter requests.
Correct, Your Honor.
So that is cleared up for the record. Attorney Garza, would you like to make an opening statement?
As to father's relief, yes, Judge. Father is seeking to change the schools, and we would ask that that not occur. Because the school year is almost completed. This child has special needs, and that would not be in the best interest of the child. And we would ask the court to adopt the rulings of the associate judge.
Thank you, counsel. Attorney Brumman, you may call your first witness.
I'll call Ryan Corbello, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Corbello, you state your name for the record.
Ryan Corbello.
And Mr. Corbello, there are 4 children the subject of this suit. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And does your oldest son primarily reside with his mother, Miss Kalechi, at present?
Yes, he does.
And the remaining 3 children, your youngest son and your 2 daughters, they primarily reside with you and your wife in Louisville at present?
Yes.
How long have your 3 youngest children been primarily residing with you in Louisville?
Since last February.
Okay, and this suit was initiated in March of last year?
Yes.
Okay. Does the December 11th, 2025 dated AJ report that we're here on appeal from, does that order you to ensure that the Louisville ISD schools that your 2 daughters attend will accommodate their respective educational needs and behavioral needs?
Yes.
That AJ report allowed the 2 children, your 2 daughters to transfer from what I believe was Greenville ISD schools to Louisville schools?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and they've been attending that school since the beginning of the fall semester?
The spring semester.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Thank you. Is that right? And is the Louisville school in your neighborhood that your 2 daughters are attending, are they accommodating their needs?
Yes, they are.
And is the school in the Louisville district that your youngest son who resides with you, Benjamin, that he would attend in Louisville, is that school capable of addressing and accommodating his special education behavioral needs?
Yes, they are.
Okay. With the exception of, I guess, 1, 3 of the 4 children have noted special education and behavioral needs that were the subject of ARDS and special education assessments and instituted programs, specialized plans for their individual needs. That's been the case for years. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did a hearing occur before Associate Judge Lee on this case on December 11th of 2025?
No.
Was a hearing scheduled to occur that day to address the school districts of attendance for the children that are in your primary custody?
Yes.
And was December 11th a reset date from November 20th, which was the date the hearing for that purpose for school determination was originally scheduled to occur before Judge Lee?
Yes.
Okay. And on December 11th, as with November 20th, did you have both of the special education diagnosticians for both of the schools in the Louisville ISD that the 3 children living with you would be attending? Did you have those special education diagnosticians under subpoena to provide testimony on the 11th and
Yes, I did.
December 11th and November 20th?
Yes, I did.
Did either of those witnesses testify?
No, they did not.
Did any witness testify on either November 20th or December 11th of last
No,
year?
no one testified.
For either party?
No.
How did Associate Judge Lee arrive at her December 11th dated ruling?
Objection calls for speculation.
Sustain, rephrase.
How were you and how were you were made aware of Judge Lee's December 11th ruling?
We were dismissed, and then she said she would email the attorneys.
Okay, did I provide you
Objection,
that?
hearsay.
Sustain as to what she said.
So, to be clear, no hearing was held, correct, Mr. Corbello?
No.
And later that day, did I email you the AJ ruling that we're on appeal here today? Did I email that to you late in the day on December 11th?
Yes, you did.
Do your two daughters that attend school currently in Louisville as a result of Judge Lee's, is the fact of their attendance currently in Louisville schools a direct result of that December 11th dated AJ report?
Yes.
How long do your daughters spend in the car getting to and from their local school in Louisville each day?
No, we don't take the car most days. They walk.
What time do the girls wake up to go to school each day?
They wake up about 6:45.
What time? And Benjamin was the AJ report that we're here on appeal from said Benjamin was staying in the school he was at, correct?
That's correct.
And that's in Garland ISD?
Yes, it is.
And what time does Benjamin have to get up
We
in
get
your
Benjamin
home?
up. We get him up about 5:15 in the morning.
Okay, and how much time does Benjamin spend in the car just with you or your wife transporting him to school each day in Garland?
About an hour to an hour and a half.
What time do your daughters arrive back at your home each day after their Louisville school dismisses?
They're home by about 3:20,
What time does their school dismiss?
3:10.
And what time does Benjamin arrive back at your home each day after you go to pick him up in Garland ISD and get him back to Louisville?
At the earliest, 5:15 to 5:30, and some days it's 6:30.
How much time does Benjamin spend in the car just coming home from school in Garland each day on average?
An hour and a half to over 2 hours.
So how much total time is Benjamin spending in the car just for the purpose of commuting to and from school each
At-
week?
At least 15 hours.
How does that additional time it takes Benjamin to get to and from school from your home in Louisville to Garland, how does that affect Benjamin?
So he has a lot less time to do his homework because he has such a compressed day from when he gets home. He has less time to do any extracurricular activities, either at the school or at the community center that he showed interest in. During that time, he's not, he's alone. He's not with his siblings, which he enjoys spending time with his sisters in the afternoons, but it's just such a compressed schedule. Some nights, depending on how late he arrives home, even he has to eat dinner at the table by himself because the girls have already eaten. So, we try to sit down with him, but he's alone without his siblings at the dinner table, which is pretty tough on him.
Do they bathe morning of school or night prior?
They take baths at night.
Okay. Do you believe it's in Benjamin's best interest to continue commuting to and from Louisville to the Garland ISD rather than attend school in Louisville in your neighborhood?
No, I do not believe that's in his best interest.
Are you asking the court to order that Benjamin also be allowed to attend school in Louisville, as is the case with your two girls who primarily reside with you and have since February of last year?
Yes, I am.
What kind of difference do you believe that's going to make for Benjamin in terms of how's that going to benefit him from the elimination of all that road time, windshield time? going to and from Garland?
Yeah, I think primarily one of the main things is it'll give him more time to do homework and his social skills with after school activities and spending time with friends and, spending time with the family. I think those are probably the two biggest things that he's missing out on right now.
Before the original hearing was set to take up the issue of which schools the children in your primary custody would attend, before that was scheduled, did you pre-enroll both your daughters and your youngest son Benjamin in the Louisville schools with the consent of Judge Lee?
Yes, we did.
Okay, and so are you aware that, I mean, they established, did the Louisville schools establish a plan, Special Education institute that plan for your daughters?
Yes, they did.
Were they provided a copy of the ARD, the last ARD for Benjamin, and were they prepared to arrange all the necessary accommodations for Benjamin as well?
Yes, they were given all the information from his prior schools.
Is it your understanding that if he were to transfer in next week, tomorrow, next month, Louisville's ready to go with Benjamin?
They are ready to go. They had a full schedule and transportation services already established for them.
And again, just to be clear, there wasn't any, even though we had witnesses under subpoena, you were present, Ms. Colecci with her former counsel, and everyone was present with witnesses. We never had a hearing on this.
No.
I'll pass the witness.
All right, Attorney Garza.
Yes, thank you, Judge. If I'm hearing you correct, you're saying that there was no hearing on this issue, is that right?
That's correct.
Then don't you think this issue ought to be brought in front of Judge Lee if there was not a hearing on this particular issue?
I don't know how that would work. I would defer to my counsel.
Based on the temporary orders that were prepared by your counsel, what do you think Judge Lee got wrong?
What do I believe Judge Lee got wrong?
Yes.
I wouldn't say wrong. I'm just appealing because I believe that Benjamin should be going to school here in Louisville where he currently lives.
Well, don't you believe that Judge Lee's associate report rulings reflect the best interest of your children, all of your children?
I do not believe that reflects his best interest, in my opinion.
Okay, so you're telling us that you don't think Judge Lee ruled in Benjamin's best interest.
I don't believe that is in his best interest.
Garland ISD also has special education programs for Benjamin, is that correct?
They do, yes.
And he is getting the same services in the Garland ISD as he would get in the Louisville ISD, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll pass this witness.
Okay, anything further, Attorney Brummett?
Just briefly, just to be clear, Mr. Corbello, is it your understanding a hearing was scheduled for the sole and express purpose of determining, which was a report back that's in Judge Lee's original April 22nd, 2025 AJ report, a report back hearing on the schools that the children would attend? Is that's your understanding?
Yes.
And that hearing, due to circumstances with the court's docket, was reset from November 20th to December 11th.
Yes.
And so you understand that our intentions were, we subpoenaed people to be there, that they were going to give testimony at that hearing, had there been a hearing. Is that your understanding?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Okay. And whether Judge Lee or any judge decides to have a hearing or not, we really don't have a say in that, do we?
No, we do not.
After the April original temporary order AJ report, the the 3 children in your primary care were about a month from being released from school for the summer recess, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so everybody expressly said, let's leave them in the school districts where they're at to finish out the spring semester before the summer recess.
Yes.
Okay. And that report back would seem to be put in there to readdress that, which was ordered to occur during the summer. Is that right?
That's correct.
And due to other hearings that occurred in this case, it wasn't addressed until, or wasn't set to be addressed until November 20th, and then reset to December 11th.
Yes.
Now, all schools have special education programs and assistance and resources for children in the district. Do they not in Texas?
They are supposed to, yes.
3
Right.
minutes, counsel.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
3 minutes.
I'll pass the witness.
Okay.
Nothing further of this witness.
All right. Attorney Brummy, you may call your next witness.
I'll rest.
Okay. Attorney Garza.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call my client, Tony Colecci.
Okay.
Please state your name for the record. Hold on. You've got really bad feedback.
I think she has two profiles up.
Does it?
Yes, it says,
Okay.
yeah, you see the one with the picture of the children?
No. Hold on.
I can hear
Oh.
you clear now. I think it's because you muted where we can see you.
Okay, is
Okay.
that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm just going to start all over, Judge. State
You're
your
good.
name for the record.
Tony Colecci?
And Ms. Colecci, this appeal is over the subject child whose name is Benjamin. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell the court, what is Benjamin's age?
13.
And where does Benjamin currently go to school?
Sellers Middle School in Garland.
Does Benjamin have special needs?
Yes.
Describe to the court the special needs regarding his education that he has.
So he has autism, depression, emotional disturbance, ADHD. He requires contained classroom, which Garland does provide. Louisville does not have what they call an ABC unit.
I'm gonna
So what would
I'm gonna
happen?
object. I'm gonna
I've
object.
already
Hold on
called.
hold on 1 second, ma'am. Counsel, what's your objection?
My objection is she's speculating, or take her on voir dire to determine how she's able to testify to that.
You can take her on the voir dire.
Did you call the Miss Colecci, did you call the Louisville school district or visit the Louisville district and make inquiries
Yes.
about services?
Yes, I called the middle school that's close to Ryan's location and spoke with the special education director there.
Okay, and what you just testified to is something that individual at that specific school you just referenced. Is
The
that
whole
that's
district.
you said you spoke with the special education director at the school?
Mhm. And she said the whole district does not offer.
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
Sustain.
So your testimony a moment ago was based on what you were told by somebody in the Louisville district?
No, sir, you can pull it up online. It shows on their website as well.
Well, you didn't produce that, so I'm not looking at it. But you just testified that was what you were told?
Yes.
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
Sustain.
Did you contact the Louisville ISD Special Education Department?
Yes.
Who did you speak to?
I cannot remember the name.
And did you also check on the website regarding services that were provided?
Yes. And what would happen is when a student with special education needs transfers in, there's an immediate transfer ARD where everyone says, yes, we will accept this and try to adopt everything. They have 45 school days to collect their data. If they don't have something that was on the previous IEP, they use this data to go to ARD and say, hey, we don't have this, but we can offer this or this, because according to the data, this is what would best fit his needs. Now, if they have something else that he needs somewhere else or in a local district, they will provide transportation even out of district if the child needs something that somebody else has.
After you spoke to that individual and looked online to investigate the services that would be provided to Benjamin, what services does Garland ISD provide that Louisville ISD does not provide?
The autism unit that he's been in, he was 3.
And I think you'd mentioned ABA, is that correct?
Correct. Applied behavior.
Hold on. Tell the court what ABA is.
Applied behavior analysis. It's a technique used when working with autism children. It's also a therapy provided outside.
Are you also in the educational field?
Special education, yes.
And where are you currently employed?
Greenville.
And what do you do for the Greenville ISD?
Speech therapist.
And who do you provide services to? Like special ed or?
Yes, a number of children on campus, ranging from autism, apraxia, speech delay, pragmatic skills.
And based on your investigation, which district meets the needs of Benjamin's education?
Garland, that's why I didn't even have him here.
Are you asking the court to adopt the rulings of the associate judge?
Yes.
Tell us why you believe that is in the best interest of Benjamin.
Because they continue to have services that he needs. He is not doing very well here since he's been living with Dad. He is currently on what we call a safety plan, which means he can't travel through school without one-on-one support due to behaviors like saying he wants to hurt himself or actually hurting others. He's been suspended. He's had numerous lunch detentions, having to have lunch in the classroom because he's just not functioning this year.
And what do you attribute the change in his behavior to?
The change of his living environment.
Have you spoke to Mr. Corbello about that?
Yes, I have asked that we move forward with starting the therapy.
What therapy?
ABA. He's already in counseling. I've asked for more time at home. I have a number of people that can help out with Nathan so that he is not in the presence of Benjamin. My mother's even offered to take custody of him in Arizona. There's a great autism school there for him.
All right. Is there anything else you want to tell this court about Benjamin as it relates to his best interest in keeping him in the Garland ISD?
Other than the trial time, when I did bring him to Greenville, he has been in Garland schools since he was 3. They know him. The special education teams know him quite well. They know me, and they have always been able to provide anything that he needed for him.
Based on Benjamin's special needs, is it difficult for him to make a change in his routine?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll pass this witness.
Okay,
All your children have all 4 children have special needs, do they not, Ms. Coletti?
Yes, they do.
And if Benjamin was still attending school in Greenville, Texas, you would be arguing to keep him there, wouldn't you?
No, that's why I took him out. They can't provide for him
He
here,
didn't
and
get-
since
he
we don't
didn't
live
get-
here.
He wasn't told to transfer because of an altercation that involved a chair and another student?
No.
Okay, so you're saying you voluntarily moved him to,
Y-
had him go
yes,
to Garland.
they don't have the autism unit here.
Objection, non-responsive, Your Honor.
sustain.
You don't take either Nathan or Benjamin to school on the days that they are staying overnight, and well, Nathan lives with you, but with Benjamin, when he's staying overnight, he rides the bus to school, as does Nathan, correct?
They have all rode the boats. Yes.
Because you have to be out at about roughly the same start time out at the Greenville district.
Start time 7:30 for me.
But it's too late so you leave and they ride the bus.
Yes.
Did you speak to Miss Grabendike at the
Yes.
Louisville ISD? You sure it wasn't Miss Legg?
It wasn't too?
Did
Miss
you say
Lay.
Miss Lay?
Legg, Legge.
What's her title?
Do you know what title of the person that you spoke to, what their title was?
Grabendike. I believe she's Victoria's teacher.
I believe what?
You believe
She's
what?
Vic-
ma'am?
I believe she's Victoria's teacher.
Okay. Did you speak to a Miss Legg at the Louisville ISD?
I'm not sure what's her title.
She's the special education diagnostician.
Okay, then yes, I've spoken to her.
And if I told you that Miss Grabendike was also a special education diagnostician at the Louisville district at a different school campus, would that surprise you? It's not an educator?
Relevance as to whether or not it would surprise her.
Sustain. Counsel, that was your last question. You just ran out of time.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor.
You're welcome. Anything further?
Just so that the court knows, what was the reason you removed Benjamin from Greenville ISD?
They don't have an autism unit here. We tried him in gen ed, and the classes are way too large, like 40 plus kids, and he didn't do well.
Thank you. I'll pass this witness, Judge. Rest
Okay.
closed.
All right. Thank you. The court is going to adopt the associate judge's report from December 11th of 2025.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good week, Judge.
You too.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yes.
In this explosive and jaw-dropping divorce contempt hearing, a wife named Jennifer discovers in open court that while her ex-husband Marcus has been claiming financial hardship and refusing to pay his court-ordered spousal support for 8 months, he secretly purchased a brand new $32,000 car as a gift for his new boyfriend just 3 weeks after the divorce was finalized. Jennifer's attorney presents the receipts, bank statements, and even a social media post where Marcus proudly showed off the car with a loving caption to his new partner. Evidence so damaging that Marcus's own attorney visibly winces when it is introduced. Marcus attempts to explain that the car was a loan, not a gift, that he fully intends to pay Jennifer everything he owes, and that his financial situation has been genuinely difficult since the divorce. But every excuse crumbles completely when Jennifer's attorney produces his bank statements showing consistent deposits from his freelance business. Throughout the entire period, he claimed he could not afford support payments. Judge Simpson delivers one of the most satisfying contempt rulings of the year, telling Marcus directly that the court has zero tolerance for someone who claims poverty to a judge while spending freely on luxury gifts for a new partner. finding him in willful contempt and ordering him to pay the full $18,400 in back support within 30 days or face 90 days in jail. Closing with a memorable observation that if Marcus had enough money to buy someone a $32,000 car, he had more than enough money to pay the woman the court ordered him to support.